Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Nuggets versus Raptors NBA matchup on Monday, November 4th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. You can find those over at Pickdawgz.com under the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below the video in the description. Prices start at just $15, and you can always use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people that make big bets, people with big bankrolls. Looking for that VIP type experience? To get that, you just got to text the number that you see on the screen. But keep in mind, those are our most expensive premium products. But let's get to it. We've got the Nuggets taking on the Raptors. And the Nuggets, off to a little bit of a slow start to the season. And the Raptors, while they're not a very good team, well, they're a good team for those of us that, care about the other things like winning money, betting on sports. Because the Raptors are lightly regarded by the betting community, but they are certainly coming through when it comes to covering spreads. They have been absolutely lights out. So, the Raptors coming off of a win against the Sacramento Kings, 131-128. The Kings were 9.5-point road favorites in that one. And we know traditionally the Kings a lousy road favorite, but different story for a different day. Meanwhile, the Nuggets, have been known as like a powerhouse at home over the years, but this year, not so much so far. And, they did get the win against Utah, 129-103, but the Jazz are probably the worst team in the NBA this season. So it really doesn't say all that much. The expectations for the Nuggets, of course, are sky high, and they've now won 3 out of their last 4 games. But the Jazz, the Nets, and this same Raptors team that they beat at Toronto 127-125, the Raptors were getting 8.5 points in that thing. So it's while the Nuggets might have won on the scoreboard, as far as we're concerned, the Raptors won that game. Jokic did have 40 in that one, and Gordon had 16, while Porter added 13, Murray was 17, and Braun was 17. But, the Raptors, at the same time, covering that spread and fighting the good fight, I think that's what it's kind of all about. Barnes and Barrett, these guys doing it. Grady Dick only getting better and better. And Mitchell pumped in 16 in that game as well. When we look at the overall story here as to why the Nuggets just are kind of underperforming, it's the defense hasn't been that good. 18th in the NBA, team shooting 46.7% against them, while the Raptors are shooting really well. They're not shooting all that well from the perimeter, just 33.9%, but from the floor, overall, 9th best in the NBA at 47.6%. So if you're getting points like you're one of the worst teams in the NBA and you're shooting in the top 10 in the NBA, well, that's where the value happens. And while the Raptors defense has not been good, 27th in the NBA, the Nuggets offense, not so great. 20th, shooting 44.9% from the floor, three-pointers, 38%, which is 9th best in the NBA. These just aren't quite to the level of where the Nuggets are, and they're still being treated, by the bettors and by the perception and really the expectation, even my expectation in this video and my tone, right? It's that the Nuggets won the championship 2 years ago, and they did it in dominating fashion. I understand the hangover, right, where the next year you don't make it back. That's why it's so hard to repeat. But at the same time, this Nuggets team just seems to not have that depth, at least, and doesn't seem to have it cooking just yet. I'm not ready to write off the Denver Nuggets, but I'm not willing to really back them all that as a big favorite either. I'm going to take the Raptors and the points. That's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.